relationships are spiritual. Love is the spiritual part of relationships. When you make a very loving, warm relationship with others, it's really soul to soul. It's really spirit to spirit. And most relationships we make with the One, with God, in the other person. So we actually are relating to God through people or animals or the earth. Because your relationship is deep, 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 and goes me versus or towards the One. It's hard to think that all relationships are with the One. Most people think of relationships in roles, in ego roles, and that's of the mind. But when the deep, deep relationships for me, relationship, my guru, in India they say that God, Guru, and self, capital S, self, are the same thing. And so you relate to somebody, to their capital self, and you are coming closer to God. In fact, my relationship with my guru is relation, because I relate to him as a fellow human being, but not that way, because what I surrender into that human being, I surrender to God in that human being. And I'm continually surrendering to God through my guru. For me to end up with a guru, I mean, it was a relational path to God. And that was because I was a psychologist, so that was what was, relationships were on my plate. And when I'm able to identify with my soul and not my ego, I can see other people as souls. The soul sees other souls. And that is a loving relationship. We as souls come from other incarnations and come into this incarnation, and we become embroiled in the incarnation. Granted, we have a lot to learn from the incarnation, and it's important that we get embroiled in the incarnation. But we have to all remember we are souls that came into the incarnation and will death go out of the incarnation. Like egos, they're afraid of death because their death is going to be their end, because they're a part of the incarnation. For the soul, death is just another death. It's another death. Another moment. Another moment. And so you'll see that the relationship among souls has much less anxiety or stuff in it. It always has soul to soul with love and compassion. My guru said, Ramdas, tell the truth. And he said, and love everybody. And I said, well, the truth is I can't love everybody, Maharaji. He came up nose to nose and he said, Ramdas, tell the truth and love everybody. When you're given an order from the guru who's up the mountain, and so he can see more than you can see, it's hard not to. So I thought, well, gee, how can I love everybody? For example, Vice President Cheney, or President Bush. So I took their pictures and put them on my puja table. And I'd have Christ and Mary and Ramakrishna and Maharaji and Ananda Ma, and I'd have them all in George Bush. And I'd find myself Hello, Jesus. Hello, Maharaji. Oh, hello, Ramakrishna. Hello, George. And I thought that was in me, and I was caught in his incarnation. So I looked at George as I did as these holy people, as souls, as a soul. And I loved that soul. That soul has come in from incarnations and took a rather crummy incarnation, and I should good compassion for that soul. And I looked at George as a soul. I love him. When Maharaji said, love everybody, he meant soul, soul, soul. Because my ego is judgmental. I can love that one, but I can't love that one. And let's find out that in each human being there is a soul, and each soul a piece of God. You can relate to everybody as you relate to God.